Good morning, dear students. Today we will revise Chapter 2. Chapter 2 is Components of Food. Before starting back exercise discussion, first we need to understand why food is important for us. To do any kind of work, we need energy. Who provides us this energy? Food provides us energy to do various types of work. Food is important for growth of the body. Food is important for the repair of worn out cells. Worn out cells means damaged cells. Healthy food strengthens our immunity and protects us from various diseases. Then what are the components of food? Food contains certain components which are known as nutrients like carbohydrates, fats, proteins, vitamins, minerals. These are the major nutrients of food. In addition to these, our body also needs roughage and water. Now I am starting with part E, back exercise part E, which is differentiate between the following. First is, what is the difference between carbohydrates and fats? Carbohydrates are primary source of energy. Carbohydrates provide energy to the body. Fats are secondary source of energy. Fats also provide energy to the body, but carbohydrates provide energy quickly, whereas fats provide energy slowly. And fats, they provide more energy as compared to the same amount of carbohydrates. There are two types of carbohydrates found in our food items, that is sugar and starch. Sugar is simple carbohydrates and starch is complex carbohydrates. If we talk about the sources of carbohydrates, the sources of carbohydrates like cereals, rice, maize, etc., potato, various types of fruits, etc., like sugar found in various types of fruits. Next is, what are the sources of fats? The sources of fats are oil, ghee, butter, etc. Next question is, what is the difference between water-soluble vitamins and fat-soluble vitamins? Water-soluble vitamins are soluble in water. That means water-soluble vitamins, they dissolve in water. If we talk about what are the water-soluble vitamins, so water-soluble vitamins are vitamin B complex and vitamin C. Water-soluble vitamins, they get quickly absorbed in the body's tissues because they are not stored in the body, so we need to take them regularly in our diet. Whereas fat-soluble vitamins, they get stored in body's fatty tissues, and whenever body needs them, these are used up. Fat-soluble vitamins are vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E and vitamin K. Water-soluble vitamins are vitamin B complex and vitamin C. Vitamin B complex means there are different types of vitamin B. Vitamin B1, vitamin B2, B3, B6, B12. So the group of different types of vitamin B together, we call them vitamin B complex. After understanding this, now moving to the next part, that is part F, give reason. Roughage is a very essential component of the diet. What is roughage? Roughage means the dietary fibers present in the food is known as roughage. Roughage is very important in the diet because roughage, it helps in easy bowel movement. It helps the body in getting rid of the undigested food. That means it helps body in the removal of undigested food from the body. Roughage, it helps in easy bowel movements and prevents constipation. Roughage, it keeps our digestive system healthy. So roughage is very essential component, or we can say very important component in the diet. Next question is, a hard-working laborer needs more fats and carbohydrates than those who are working in the office. Yes, it is true. Because a hard-working laborer has to do more physical work as compared to the person who is doing job in office. So hard-working laborer needs more energy, and we know that carbohydrates and fats are energy-giving food. So a hard-working laborer has to do more physical work, needs more energy. So he needs to take more carbohydrates and fats in his diet as compared to the person working in office. Next is short answer type questions. Which minerals are vital for bones and teeth? Vital means important. Calcium and phosphorus are important for bones and teeth. Give two examples each of water-soluble and fat-soluble vitamins. There are fat-soluble vitamins are vitamin A, D, E and K. You can write any two. Water-soluble vitamins are vitamin B complex and vitamin C. Next is, what are deficiency diseases? Give two examples. Deficiency means shortage of something. So the deficiency diseases means the diseases which are caused due to deficiency of a particular type of nutrient in the diet for a long time. For example, anemia. Anemia is caused due to deficiency of iron in the diet. Goiter, it is called due to deficiency of iodine in the diet. Okay, so deficiency diseases means which are caused due to deficiency of a particular type of nutrient in the diet for a long time. Next is mention the benefits of cooking the food. Cooking the food is important because cooking the food, it increases the taste of the food. It makes the food easy to digest, easy to eat, and it also kills the food. It also kills the germs. Next is mention any 3 disadvantages of cooking. Yes, cooking is important. Cooking increases the flavor of the food. It makes the food easy to digest. But there are some disadvantages of cooking, like excessive cooking. It may result in the loss of certain types of nutrients. Sometimes while cooking, when we take more water, we take excess water, and then the excess water is thrown away. Then in this, various types of minerals and vitamins are lost. Vitamin C, it gets easily destroyed by heat during cooking. Okay, so these are some disadvantages of cooking. Now moving on to the long answer type questions. Eating carbohydrates is very essential, but its too much consumption causes obesity. Eating carbohydrates is important. Yes, because it provides us energy. But eating too much carbohydrates in the diet, taking too much carbohydrate rich foods in the diet is not good, because excess of the carbohydrates, it gets deposited in the body as fat, because of which the person becomes overweight and person becomes obese. That means person becomes fatty. That means person becomes fat, and an obese person becomes lazy and may suffer from heart diseases. Next is, although vitamins and minerals are protective foods, but they are required in small quantities. Why? Vitamins and minerals are protective food items because they protect our body from diseases. Vitamins and minerals, they are the organic compounds which are important for the functioning of the body. Vitamins, they get absorbed in blood, and excess of them is thrown out of the body. So we need to take them regularly in our diet, but in the small quantities. Minerals are also important for the growth of the body, and they are essential for carrying out some body functions. So because these cannot be stored in the body for future use, so they need to be taken in the diet regularly, but in small quantities. What would happen if the diet of a child provides enough calories but is deficient in proteins? I told you, if there is deficiency of the nutrients, it results in deficiency diseases. Here, deficiency of proteins in the diet, it results in kwashiorkor disease. And the symptoms of kwashiorkor disease are ugly pale skin, swollen stomach, etc. Next is label the child suffering from kwashiorkor, healthy child, and suffering from marasmus. How you can identify now? Picture in the image 1, you can see the child is very thin and weak. These are the symptoms of marasmus disease. Next is B. You can see swollen belly, means swollen stomach, and you can see some patches on the skin. These are the symptoms of kwashiorkor, swollen stomach, ugly pale skin, etc. In the C, you can see the child is healthy. It's so easy to identify. Next is, Rajesh has been diagnosed with obesity and anemia. He is advised by doctor to avoid fats and increase iron content in his diet. Rajesh needs to test for these food components before consuming. Can you help him in testing these food products? Because Rajesh has been diagnosed with obesity and anemia. Anemia happens due to deficiency of iron in the diet, and obesity happens because of taking too much fat-rich foods in the diet. So now what is the suggestion for Rajesh? Now Rajesh need to decrease the fat content in the diet and to increase the iron-rich food items in the diet. What are the food items that are fat-free and iron-rich? So that are apple, spinach and banana. How we can test them? Cut the apple and banana in some pieces. Leave it for some time. After 20 to 30 minutes, you will observe that the cut surface has become black, because iron is present in these food items, which the iron present in these food items react with the air, because of which the cut surface becomes black. So like this we can identify iron-rich foods. So like this we can identify iron-rich food items. Next is value-based question. Harsh once went to a poor family having 2 children. He saw that both the children had protruding belly, swollen legs and were underweight. So he advised their parents to give children enough milk, pulses and eggs. Now we need to answer these questions. As you can see, these are the symptoms of Kwashiorkor disease, like protruding belly. Protruding belly means swollen stomach, ugly patched skin, okay, swollen legs. So here you can see the symptoms are protruding belly. Protruding belly means swollen stomach, swollen legs, underweight. These are the symptoms of Kwashiorkor disease. Why it happens? It happens due to deficiency of proteins in the diet. Okay, so what Hirsch has suggested to parents to give children enough milk, pulses, and eggs, and these are the protein-rich food items. Okay, so deficiency of which food item in the diet was responsible for the symptoms which Hirsch observed? I have told you these are the symptoms of Kwashiorkor disease, which happens due to deficiency of proteins. Next is, how can you contribute in the prevention for deficiency diseases at the community level? We can spread awareness among people by telling them the reason or the causes of these deficiency diseases, what are the symptoms, how you can identify them, and how you can prevent them. So like this, by making people aware about these deficiency diseases, about their symptoms, about their causes and the preventive measures, we can contribute in the prevention of these deficiency diseases. So dear students, this is all for today. Thank you.